Good morning, class 4. So today we're gonna do our remaining exercises which were left in the previous class. Okay, so we have reached till two example for following very short answer type questions. Okay, number A has been done, so let's begin with the number B, page number 52. Okay, so question number 1 says, when you take out an ice cube from a freezer and leave it in a normal room, so it's start melting. It's as obvious, right? And then it becomes a water. So you have to write water in it. And then question 2, when you heat liquid for some time, okay, it turns into vapor. Okay, you have to write vapor. And question 3, if you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in a freezer, as we have aware of that thing, right? It becomes an ice, or you can say it ice cube. Question number 4, when the sugar is added to the water, it becomes a solution, and when salt is added to a sugar, it also becomes solution. Moving on. So now let's begin with the answer the following questions. Question number 1, what is matter? Name 3 states of matter. So as obvious, it is solid, liquid and gas. Okay, you have to write like this: any substance that has mass and occupies space is called matter. The 3 states of matter are solid, liquid and gases. And then question number 2, differentiate solid, liquid and gas in terms of their particles. So you have to make a column like this. Okay, column and row like this. Divide this thing, divide into 3 columns, solid, liquid and gas, and you have to write inside the solid the particles are packed very close to each other. Okay, in liquid you have to write the particles are not very closely packed, and in gas the particles are very loosely packed. Okay, moving on. And the question number 3, define the following: melting, condensation, evaporation and solidification. So you have to write, in melting, the process by which a solid changes into a liquid; in condensation, the process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling; and in evaporation, the process by which a liquid changes into vapor; and in solidification, you have to write the process by which liquid changes into solid on cooling. Moving on. So the next question is question 4, with the help of an example describe solute, solvent and solution. So what you can write is, we can add sugar to warm milk. Milk is a solvent, sugar is a solute, and the sweet milk is a solution. Okay, and then question 5, differentiate between soluble and insoluble substances. So in insoluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in the solvent to form a solution. For example, salt and sugar are soluble in water. And then insoluble substances. Insoluble substances are those substances that do not dissolve completely in solvent. For example, chalk and sand are insoluble in water. Okay, after this, so the question 6, okay, how does filtration help to remove insoluble substances? So what you can write is, in filtration, a solution containing insoluble substance is passed through a filter paper, full stop, On doing so, the liquid passes through a filter paper while insoluble substance get retained on the filter paper. So moving on, so let's recall questions. Okay, states of matter and changes of states. There are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas, as you all know, right? And the changes of states from melting, solidification, evaporation and condensation. After that we have soluble substances, example salt and sugar, which is separated by evaporation. Okay, and then types of substances and separation of substances. There is insoluble substances, example sand and chalk. Okay, separated by filtration, sedimentation and decantation. So this is how you complete your map. Okay, so moving on, so let's observe questions. Look at the picture and sort out the label things into solid, liquid and gas. So there is a picture of a balloon, okay, air balloon, and there is a picture of a mountain and water. So we can categorize accordingly as solid, which is a mountain, and then liquid, which is water, and then air inside balloon is a gas. Question 2. Name the process that causes the wet clothes to dry up. So when we wash our clothes and kept outside for drying, the process of heating the sunlight into the wet clothes, and it's the wet clothes get evaporated. Okay, the vapors come out of that cloth and it becomes dry. So evaporation is the process that causes the wet clothes to dry up. Moving on, so let's begin with the let's connect questions. The area and volume. So we're going to talk about the area, what is area and what is volume, okay, in these two questions. So question number 1, count the total number of squares that the book covers. Okay, this is the area of book. We also get an area by multiplying length into breadth of an object. So this is your formula for calculating the area. Okay, area is equal to length into breadth. So find out the area of tile that 10 centimeter long and 20 centimeter wide. So how can we find? We can multiply length with the breadth, which is 10 centimeter into 20, okay, is equal to 20 centimeter. Okay, and then both are in centimeter, so we have to multiply centimeter as well. Centimeter into centimeter is equal to centimeter square. So this will be your answer for question number 1, 200 centimeter square. So moving on, so the next question is, the amount of water filled inside the glass is the volume of water that the glass holds. So the water which is filled inside the glass is the volume of the water. So volume of the cuboid is length into breadth into height. So this is how you find the volume of cuboid. Okay, calculate the volume of tank that is 50 meters high, 2 meters wide and 2 meters long. So they have already given the values for each of them. Okay, height, length, breadth and height. So we just need to multiply these things, three things into, so 5 into 2 into 2 equal to 20. So the answer will be 20 meters long. Okay, moving on, so let's begin with let's apply questions. Maya added suji, okay, or rava, semolina instead of salt to the glass of water. How would she be able to remove it from the water? So if you add semolina in the glass of water, how will you separate these two things from? It is simple that semolina can be removed by filtration. So the process of filtration, you know that, right? There is a paper, okay, filtered paper, so, and it will retain all the semolina in those filtered paper. Poonam is wondering, question number 2, why does it snow on high mountains? Can you tell why? Why? Because rain condensed, okay, condensed into snow because of low temperature. Okay, so moving on. So now we begin with, let's analyze and evaluate questions. Which of the two, option A or B, will be better option to get a clear liquid? So as you can see, in option A there is there it has been the tea leaves has been retained in the that thing, okay, so that we get clear liquid. So in this picture we get a clear tea in the cup, okay, without any tea leaves. So option A is the better one. And then judge whether the tea leaves are soluble or insoluble in water. Give one reason to justify your answer. So what you can write is, tea leaves are not soluble, okay, they do not dissolve in water. So that's all for now. We're gonna start our new chapter in the next class. Thank you.